and welcome to the third podcast. We have been lucky enough to have been in contact with Dr. Jalali's wife, Vida Maharani. She was kindly and brave enough to share her perspective on what had occurred and in her family's ongoing battle. So let's give it over to Morgan.
Firstly, I just wanted to express my gratitude to you on behalf of not just myself, but my team and the rest of the unit for agreeing to interview today about your husband's case, Dr. Jalali, and his wrongful imprisonment. So as you
Thank
know,
you.
I have no, thank you. As you know, I have some questions prepared today that
Yes,
we'd like to ask you. Your
yes.
insight and account is indispensable. And again, we are very grateful for this opportunity to speak with you.
Yeah.
If at any time you would like to stop or move on from a question, please let me know and we'll stop immediately or do whatever you like.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. So, Vida, could you please recount the events of the arrest of your husband from your perspective? As in, what did you know? What were you told? And how did you feel?
When Ahmed Reza was arrested in 2016, we had not heard from him for a few days and became quite worried. We thought something had happened to him, but we couldn't never imagine this. After a week or so, he could make a short call to his family to tell them he was arrested. We were in a complete shock. We were sure it was a mistake and that he certainly would be released as soon as they realized they have taken a wrong person. Ahmed Reza is a doctor, he is not a criminal. But as days and week went by, we realized it was getting more and more serious. It was a very hard time for our family. Our children were 13 and 4 years old, and I was trying to stay strong for them while being full of fear about what was happening and unsure what to do.
Yeah,
Those
I can
days
imagine.
some of the hardest for our family during the past 8 years.
Oh my gosh, thank you for sharing that. Um, Moving on, could you please share what your husband did as a profession? As you said, he's a doctor, he's not a criminal. So, could you please share what your husband did as a profession? And, did he love his job? Was he passionate?
Yes, Ahmed Reza is a medical doctor and a scholar within disaster medicine. So his work was mainly focused on on disaster medicine, which was a great passion for him. He got interested in field as and there had been a natural disaster in Iran that had affected many people, including earthquake in BAM in Iran in 2003, which Ahmad Reza dedicated his PhD thesis to. He wanted to help people affected by disasters and find the best way to prepare hospital for disaster situation.
That's
Um, he,
amazing.
yes, he was full of passion when it came to his work. He loved what he did and never got tired of it. He wanted to help many people through his work, including his own people in Iran.
Exactly. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
inspiring. Your husband and his passion, obviously, you both share the way you speak about even him. It's so lovely. It's so inspiring. And again, saving lives shouldn't mean risking his. So as you said, you've got children, and that you said when this happened are 13 years old and 4 years old. What toll has this taken on your family, and has your attitude shifted as time has gone on?
Yeah, our lives have not been in the same situation after arrested Ahmad Reza, and until now for 8 years, and there has not been a single day when this has not been our reality. even we try live a normal life for one day, for example, celebrating holidays or birthdays, Ahmad Reza is always in the back of our minds. It's very difficult situation to explain. On the other hand, we try to continue our normal life, but actually we don't have a normal life. But we feel with guilt and when we have a normal life also. Um, and because we live in freedom while Ahmad Reza is in a cell in Iran, we do everything in our power to fight for his freedom and continue to fight every day.
Absolutely. And your husband's case and your husband deserved that completely. And what's it called? Again, I can't imagine what this time is like for you, especially like again, 8 years, 10 years, time doesn't matter. I can only imagine that, every day feels the same in terms of the gravity and the weight of the emotion you must carry. So we understand, as you've said, you're working extremely hard to advocate for your husband, and it's very motivating and inspiring for us as a team. So have you found some methods have been more successful than others in terms of advocating for your husband, spreading awareness, making sure people understand what's actually going on? And which have been the easiest for you to conduct, facilitate, carry out, all of those kinds of things?
Yes, we find public pressure to be the most important way of advocating for this case, including put pressure on Western government as well as on Iranian regime, of course. And on the other hand, Iran says there is spotlight on Ahmad Reza's case in the media. And on the other hand, it's just as important that Western governments feel a pressure to act. People pressure is, I think it's a public pressure is key for case like this, and spreading awareness through campaigns and the medias, I think.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you for sharing that. I agree. We need to put pressure on both governments. I think that, yeah, as you said, you live in Sweden. He worked in Sweden. Like, it is absolutely deserved to be seen on both ends completely. So as you said, the campaigns, you mentioned the campaigns. So do you believe campaigns like this are assisting your husband's case?
Absolutely. It's campaigns like this that brings awareness of his case and keep his name in the media and a light on his situation. We are thankful for such campaigns that is highlight his case.
Yes, it's a privilege to work on this case. I have to say, this has been by far my favorite experience at university. And again, thank you for this opportunity to speak and interview today. So have you received any support from any government or organization, like in any form?
Yes, we received great support from organizations such as Scholar at Risk and Amnesty International and the science community, including Nobel Prize winner and Ahmad Reza's colleague in the university, such as Karolinska in Sweden and Cremidium in Italy and VUB in Belgium. This then put pressure on governments to act, and therefore it is so important that we received such support, and we are very grateful for all that.
I agree, and it helps build that public pressure that you were saying. The more communities it reaches, both the West and anywhere else, like what's it called? It builds that it keeps his name in the media, keeps his name circulating, builds that pressure to make people act, to put the pressure on the people in positions to actually do something. So lastly, Vida, this has been an amazing interview, and I'm just wrapping up with this last question. So finally, what message would you like to share with students of Monash University and the wider community?
My message to all students and first, I want to tell thank you so much to all the students who are involved in his campaign, and also those who support Ahmad Reza's case in different way. It is very meaningful to us that more people are aware of his case, and we are thankful for each and every person who take time to support and advocate for Ahmad Reza in different ways. And I'm very impressed by all students who dedicated their time to issues like this. It is such a support that keep our family fighting, and that keep humanity alive in horrible situation like this. Thank you
Yes,
very
I
much.
agree. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vida. Again, I can't imagine what it must be like. But as can be seen, your strength and resilience are inspiring, and I'm sure that you're a pinnacle of support and strength for your family. I wish you and your family nothing but the best. And again, thank you so much for everything today. This has been such an
Thank you.
honor. And I agree, we need to keep this fight continuing. And again, thank you so much for your time today, taking time out. And again, I can imagine it's quite difficult recounting these things. So thank you for everything today.
Thank you very much.